really soon, I am going to go on to my other page and TikTok in a second. So I just want to make sure I connect with you all. We share a little insights and we get started, friends. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you all being here. So I always want to make sure I'm answering questions and connecting with you as well. So let me know if there's anything you have that we need to talk about. I appreciate you all joining. And so we'll get to talking and connecting over here so that all is well. All right, friends, let me know where you're from. I did not start my live. Let me turn that on. Appreciate you all joining. Hey, how you doing? Yes, Michelle. How's everything going? I'm starting a little slow, as you can tell. This is what Wednesday hump day. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the hump dayness of it all. So yes, it is a day. But all is well, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Um, how's everything going with your son? And hopefully all is well with him as um, and hopefully he's doing better. So let me know. Hopefully everything is going well for you. I know it's stressful, but I'm hoping you and him are doing okay. Um, let's see. I'm gonna get started on TikTok. I have a couple things I want to share. We'll see how long I go. Hey, pals, how are you? We'll see how long I go today. There's a couple things I need to get in front of. I'm realizing it already from a creator network perspective. TikTok gives us homework. So I have some stuff I need to take care of, but I am here and then I have a couple meetings this afternoon. Good morning, Pals. Pals is a loyal supporter. She is so when she goes live on her account with the agency, I can see her. So she's not live right now. Are you gonna go live today, friend? Let us know. You said, hey, yes, Michelle. Are you gonna go live? Let me know if you are. Just looking at my information to see where I have meetings. Okay, good. Hello, friends. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate everyone who's here. I am Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. We're going to talk all things going live. Appreciate everybody who's here. Let me know if you have questions. In the meantime, make sure you like the live, comment, and subscribe. If you go ahead and click the subscriber button, you can also click the bell so you know when I go live, get notifications of when I go live and when I post. Okay? You said I need to. Yes, you need to, friend. Yes, and my moderator is Yes Michelle Crochet. She is in the chat, so feel free to connect with her. She is awesome with helping you brand your YouTube channel and making sure you're talking to your audience, the right audience for your channel, and building content that's appropriate and going live. So I haven't been live all week. I need to do it. Yes, this is the end of the month. I want you to be able to have some good data to compare and see how you're progressing. So I am a TikTok Creator Network agency, so I live stream here so that this can become a playlist that I will make public. I say that because I need to make some public. That I will make public for you guys to go back and review if I give any nuggets, any tips and strategies. So I want you guys to be successful. You said I'm in C5. I was. Yes, you was probably. We'll see. This is a great space to connect and learn all things TikTok and YouTube. There we go, friend. I love that. And so if you are little housekeeping rules, professional channel, I always want you guys to comment, put things in the comments so we know who's here, where you're from, and then I ask the question if you're going live. So put that in the chat as well. And then if you are under 18, I say this is not the channel or live stream for you. I ask that you're 18 years and older so that way you're in compliance with TikTok, because I talk about the TikTok platform over there specifically with live streaming. So 18 years and older is what I say. Teach the TikTok side, and I teach you about the YouTube side. Yes, friend, that's exactly it. So so that you know, just make sure that you keep the chat professional. Make sure you like the live, comment, and subscribe, and click that bell so you get notifications as well. and then connect with folks in the chat, specifically, yes, Michelle Crochets. She can help you with your YouTube optimization. Okay. So yes, definitely say hello, friends. Thank you so much for being here. And then in the meantime, let me know if there's any questions. I'm about to co-stream. So a lot of my time and focus, because I said this is a creator network agency, I do a lot of chatting to the TikTok side of the house. And so you guys are here, and I love the comments. I see them. Yes, Michelle will comment. Others in the chat will comment as well. But no, if you really want to join the agency, you can come over on the TikTok side. I'll put my link in my bio if you're interested in joining, so you can click and apply that way as well. Or you can come onto my TikTok page and do it. I tell you all the time, I think my preference obviously leans towards TikTok because you can monetize fairly quickly over there. It's a different monetization metric. And so knowing that, I teach people how to optimize, how to monetize, optimize their page and their channel, but also how to monetize in different ways. So we're talking about multiple streams of income here. Let me close that out. And so I want you guys to be cognizant of that as well. All right, we're going to get started. I'm actually about to go onto my TikTok side and get started over there. And we'll get to talking. Okay. All right, I have to fix my screens. Make sure I'm here. Okay. Hello, everyone. It is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate everybody who's joining me both on the YT and TikTok. I am going to always tell you, you got to share your live out. You got to communicate with your community so that they know you're here. I'm here to talk to people who are nervous, shy, afraid, scared to go live, but I want to teach you how to go live with confidence. So come on in. We're going to get to talking and chatting. Let me know if you have any questions, and I want to make sure that I am supporting you as you grow both in these platforms. So I want you to be successful. So come on in, let me know if there's questions, and then we will talk about how to go live. And then if you are interested in a creator network agency, you can join the agency as well, friends. So we're going to talk about things going live. Give me 1 second. I am putting my, sharing my message to share out my live. And so I'm doing that right now. And I send it out to my followers so that they know I'm here. Thank you all who are in the room. How you doing? Is that you, Bridget? Thank you so much for joining. Who joined the room? Thank you so much, Bridget. Bridget, how's everything going? Bridget said, you know what? You come see me every day, friend. You like, I must be must-see TV. You're like, I'm going to sit here and listen to Dr. Lisa. Are you going live? Let me know if you're going live, friend. How's everything going? Trisha T, how are you? How's everything going? Good morning. Super fan Luna flying into the building. How are you, friend? I'm setting up my other screens over here so I can get to supporting the live as well. Get to tap in, share out the live, friends. Make sure that you're coming in. Janine, how's everything going, friend? So I know we're hitting the last of the month. I was on the live with Pals. How are you? Must see TV. That's funny because when I'm not live, I tease because I think I mess up the matrix here. Because people are like, what am I supposed to be doing at 10 o'clock, 4 o'clock? So, like, where is my television show? So I appreciate that, you all. So I so appreciate it. Janine, thank you so much for flying in. Hey, I got a message to share because our friend, Coach Rhonda, Coach Rhonda did what you did, Janine. Good morning. She turned on that super fan chat and did not know she had it on. so, so my friend had it on. She was like, I don't know why nobody ain't chatting. So we're gonna talk about it because you said OMG. OMG is it, and I need to tell you guys. I have to teach you guys about the manager cues because I can send you messages in your live. You can get a little message from me. I need to test it with somebody. I have not tested it out, so I need to test it so that I can see what you guys see when I send my little manager Q message. So I got to figure out, Luna, maybe you might be my test person because you sent it to me, and it's something you guys have to turn on. You got to turn on. So if you don't have it turned on, I can't send you a message. so so in case of an emergency, and you like, hey, I ain't nobody chatting, I can be like, hey, they can't chat with you. Yes, how you doing, friend? Thank you so much. Everybody coming in, I appreciate that. Wow, that would be so helpful. Yeah. So I actually had to become a subscriber because I was like, Lord. And here's the deal. It was so funny. Here's the deal. I was teasing like, oh, her subscribers are loyal. They didn't say anything. They didn't see it. They can't see that it's a subscriber only chat. Now, unless they flew in and they saw it then, possibly. But once I paid, I didn't see that it just said for subscribers. So they probably had no clue. Like they were special. We're sending out SOS. I know. Or maybe they had no clue they were in a special mode. Great fit, Faith. Thank you so much for being here, friend. Thank you for joining. And so, yeah, they had no clue. And so they didn't know what to say to tell her, hey, your chat ain't working. Because it was working for them. So, and I sent the message to request. And so I wonder, I have to ask her, because when she saw it after I subscribed, so I wonder if she didn't see it when I wasn't a subscriber. I wonder. It must, maybe it deactivated the fact that you can't have, or that you don't see you have guests, or you don't see that they're not your subscriber guest. E-Nurse, how are you, friend? Thank you so much for coming in, friend. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder, because she saw it after I subscribed, and then she said she saw Sarah, so maybe she just didn't notice that I had requested to come up. Because she did see Sarah. Sarah didn't buy the subscription. So maybe she just didn't notice. Maybe that's what it was. She didn't notice that it was in there. But yeah, so I ended up subscribing. So Rhonda has me for at least 30 days. So we'll see. We'll see, at least 30 days. We'll see. Hello, is there a benefit for having sub-only chat but not doing sub-only live? Well, I mean, obviously, thank you for that. So, so Pal's asked the question over here on the YouTube side. The benefit would be, honestly, you can turn your chat on, and you can make it where only your subscribers can chat with you for that moment. So if your room is rooming, your chat is chatting, people are engaging and connecting, yeah, you can turn that on and say, hey, subscribers, I want to hear from you. And turn it on, and you ask your question, or maybe they get a feature where they can do a poll response or something like that. Hi, Black Lotus. How you doing, friend? But yesterday, it's funny because I told her yesterday when I came to her live, I said I had just tested this. Good morning. Sharing your stream to my stories. Enjoy your live stream. Thank you so much. Thank you, friend. Appreciate that. So I told her I had just talked about this in my live, and I had turned it on and off where only my subscribers can chat. And when I did it, some people said I was busy. I think it was Nika Gray. She said I was mid typing my message, and when you did that, my message went away. She couldn't chat. It said super fan only chat. So she couldn't chat and respond, and it cuts the message off from that point on. So again, if you're doing it in your live, you could toggle it on and off constantly. You can say, hey, this is our 2-minute time for only our super fans, and they're going to chat with me. Now, and in contrast to the live, the super fan only live, you could turn that on, but you can't turn it off. You got to end the live to end the super fan only live. Okay? So there's no way to keep turning on and off. The chat, you can do that, and people can chat with you, and they're your super fans only. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's the benefit if you want to do it that way. How you doing, Glow with Cassie? Thank you so much for being here, friend. And my other friends joining me, I appreciate you all coming in. If I did not say hello to you, hello. Appreciate you coming, Black Lotus. I see you in the chat, my friend. Is it Hamad? Thank you so much for being here. You guys know I have my agency. account in here. I'm about to, so if you have not connected with that, you can definitely do it. Not so bad. Yeah, it's a good feature if used, depending on what you're trying to do. It's a great feature. So you'll see that in there. I am about to make that. I have to do, that's why I said I got some homework to do because I'm trying to decide. I'm waiting maybe a few more days. I'm trying to make sure some other stuff happen first. I don't want to mess up the system. I'm actually waiting for my response from my CN because I had a couple clarifying questions. Thank you, Coach Rhonda. Speaking of the devil. Happy Wednesday. Thank you so much. Good morning. You know I'm talking about you in the super fan chat. So you became the first thing that came to mind because Janine came in. I was like, guess what just happened to Coach Rhonda? It happened to Janine before too. You said, I knew it. So let me ask this. Let me ask this because I was trying to make sense of what happened yesterday. When you saw that I requested as a guest, was that because you had not noticed that I had requested as a guest, or did the system not show that I had requested as a guest? Because I requested as a guest before I purchased the subscription. So I was a guest in there, and then I think when you checked it, I'm thinking you just hadn't noticed because when you said it, when you looked, you said, "Oh, Sarah requested too." So I'm assuming you just didn't notice that we had requested as guests, or did the system not show you because we weren't subscribers, and then you noticed after I finally made my comment? I'm assuming that's what happened. You noticed after I made my comment because I had to subscribe to make my comment. So I think that's what happened. But what I was sharing with people is that there is a feature for managers, creator managers, to send you a message. Luna, when is the next time you're going live? I think you did an early live. You did a live today. I think you did your live today. So I need to see who, if I can have somebody toggle it on and I test it out and we can play around with it a little bit. Coach Rhonda, other than the snafu, your live was powerful. I loved it. It was powerful. It was. You said tomorrow. Tomorrow, put your time in there for me. So maybe we'll make it kind of a test live to turn on manager cues. And we can see what it looks like. We can play around with it a little bit. Um, it was extremely powerful. Now, okay, we could turn it on. Like I said, I'm about to link the business account that you guys see in here, this other account in here, to the agency. So it probably will change, but that's okay. Um, but with that, I did respond to your question. Oh, you did? It didn't show up. TikTok filtered you. TikTok filtered you. Um, that happened to me yesterday. I responded a couple times to your questions. You said something and TikTok was filtering me. I was like, I got filtered. Yeah, so was talking about it in my live this morning. Oh, Coach, I was talking about. Okay, you guys were talking about it. Yes, though there is that feature. I could have done that, obviously, but I couldn't do it if it's not turned on. It didn't show me. Oh, it didn't show you. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Interesting. So after I requested, though, you did see Sarah in there. You did see her in there. I think she was still in the room. Maybe I can't remember if she was still in the room at the time. But you did see that she had requested too. Interesting. All right. So it didn't show you because we hadn't been wasn't subscribers. The other thing is I was sharing with the room, Rhonda, is that I said, "Hey, how you doing, Diane?" I said, "Your followers were pretty loyal. Your super fans were pretty loyal because they didn't say anything." Here's the deal: they couldn't see it. They couldn't see it. Can I only see what I click? Can I only see when I click the icon? Well, it should have had like a number where the two heads are. It should have shown. It couldn't. Well, it should have shown an indicator like a number or something. Thank you so much, friends coming in. How you doing, Holly Q and Sharella? Thank you so much. I see you, friend. Sharelle. Thank you so much, Urban Eye Candy. How are you, friend? Thank you all for the shares. I appreciate that. Good morning, everybody. So it should have shared a little symbol next to the two people heads that you had someone waiting. I think it usually says one, the number of people who are waiting to come up. And then when it happens in real time, it lights it up. If you see it, it'll light it up with that person's face that requested. And I think there's a number that sits there that tells you they're waiting to be a guest. Good morning, everybody. So what we're talking about real quick of those who are coming in the room. So we had an incident yesterday, not a bad incident. That sounds so harsh. Incident, whatever. We had a situation. I can't think of a better word. But Coach Rhonda had turned on her super fan only chat. Now, she doesn't recall when she did it, but it was turned on. So she turned on her super fan only chat so that when her people came into the room, people who were not super fans could not chat. Okay? Only the super fans could chat. I'm actually going to test it out a little bit with the people in the room so you guys can see what it looks like. So we see everybody can chat right now. Hallie Q, how are you? I think I saw you in my live and was calling for you. How are you this morning? Hello, how you doing, Lavon? Thank you so much. I see Black Lotus. She's talking to you, Hallie Q. so, so here's what happens. Your super fans, and you guys, I'm gonna test it out. You guys won't see that you're special. The other people will see that they're not super fans, but you guys don't see it. So your fans, your super fans did not know that you had turned on or had on the super fan only chat because they couldn't see it. It just looked like a regular chat for them. This happened to me last week. It did. Okay, was it the super fan one? Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. So I'm going to say a part two to this because we're going to turn on the manager cues. If this happens and if somebody in the agency is noticing that the superfan chat is on, but the person didn't realize they had turned it on, you can message me and say, Doc, they got their super fan on. I don't think they know they got it on. And that's what happened yesterday because Sarah messaged me. She was like, Doc, Coach Rhonda has it on. And she asked me a question and I can't answer her question. So I came in the room and Coach Rhonda, you got me as a super fan friend. You got me a super fan. So yeah, the super fan live. Oh, you said the super fan live or the chat? Yeah, super fan live is a whole live. Yeah, but the chat is the messaging feature. Thank you all. Yes, TikTok gave me the flash goal. I appreciate you guys supporting it. It is 1 rose per person. I thank you so much for supporting my flash goal of roses. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. So we're gonna test it out a little bit. But there is, so all of you who are in the Launch Your Income Agency currently, really quickly, my people who are new in the room supporting, it is a free creator network. I am an agency now. So it is a creator network you can join. It does not have a cost. I tell people all the time, it's based on your diamonds and rewards that you get in your live. TikTok takes a percentage of that anyway. TikTok says we'll take up to 53% per week. Usually it's about 49 that you get. I'm sorry, you get up to 53%. I say it's usually about 49 because the 53, those other percentages for the A-leaguers. But long story short, TikTok takes a percentage, you get a percentage, and then with TikTok's percentage, they give a smaller percentage to agencies to support you in your growth strategy, going live, training. Also, if your account is in jeopardy, if it's a violation or suspended or banned, the agency can come in and intervene on your behalf. Okay, so just know that's what an agency is for. I'll talk about my agency in particular. I do a lot of training. I do one-on-ones. I got a couple today. I also do a weekly meeting on Zoom. I do beginner training, and then I go live twice a day and answer questions. So this morning we're talking specifically about the super fans. Thank you so much. I think we need 1 rose to meet that flash goal by TikTok. TikTok has that flash goal in there. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate you all supporting. Oh, thank you so much. We got it. Appreciate you, friends. All right, so we were talking about the super fan. Let me just let me share this little tidbit. As a creator network, as a manager, there's a backstage system. It's a platform that TikTok has. Thank you so much. Yes, Michelle, appreciate you. I'm co-streaming on YT, so I talk to my YT people too. But we have a system called Backstage, so I can see what's happening. I can get information about your violations. I can kind of support your live stream. There's a feature you have to turn on for me to send you messages in your live stream to help you while you're in the stream, because I actually can see you when you go live and see the whole platform. A few of you have seen what I see. So when I say this, there's a thing called manager cues, so I can send you a little message. Okay, you guys have to enable that. You have to turn it on. It's under the Creator Network section for your on the Live Center. So everyone has this little section called Creator Network. That's where you see that you're linked to me. And if you go in there, you could toggle on the manager cues. I'm going to send that to you. We'll test it this week. I think I'm going to test with Luna. I could probably test with some other people. Can we do it now? You can go to your Creator Network in your area, turn it on. It's in there for you. You can turn it on. So if you need me, if ever I see you in trouble, in distress, and there's times when I've seen people say, I have no clue how to check my analytics. I could have sent you a message and said, hey, click the little house in the corner. You'll see what time, how long you've been live, and you'll see some other data in terms of followers. So I could send those messages. I could do that if I see in real time that there's an issue. There's people who don't necessarily want it or like it. That's fine, because it's kind of like, oh, you're spying on me or whatever the case may be, but it is a feature. So that's why I haven't really talked about it. Somebody, I'll tell you really what happened. Somebody mentioned it like, oh, what's this manager queue thing? I don't know if I want you to message me. That could be disturbing. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I just don't do it. I don't want to disturb people's flow. That's fine. However, if you get in trouble, in not necessarily trouble, but if you get in a situation where maybe your super fan only chat is on, yes, you might want to be rescued. I need you to spy and rescue. It's like, to heck with whatever who said that. I need some support. I'm still the only live host will see the message, not anyone in the room. Exactly. And that's what I want to test. That's what I want to test. And so Luna, she brought it to my attention. She sent the screenshot before to show me where it's at, because I don't see what you guys see. So, or to see where the manager cues is located. So I'm going to test with Luna, and maybe I'll test with a few other people, but I do believe it's only you and the creator and me will see that message is being sent. That's my assumption. That's weird if everybody sees it. So, because it's like, okay. Or, like sometimes people in the room, if you have a room, it's like, okay, I could send you a message that says, reset your live goal. Something like that. You're like, oh, let me reset my live goal. Because maybe somebody in the room didn't tell you. No, we tell each other when we're in the room, but, you might need someone else to say it too. I'll take spy and rescue for 500, Alex. Yes, I agree. Hey, I'm one of those people like, look here, whatever you can do to make me be better, I want to be better. That's what I'm talking about. So what had happened yesterday, that's why I said it, because I wanted to make sure I had verbally said it here so you guys knew it was a feature. Hey, Doc, how you doing, Bia? And so I wanted to make sure you verbally heard me say it's a feature. We could try it. It's there. Many of y'all, I think nobody has it turned on, because I think it automatically turns off. And if we need to, we can turn that on. So, and again, what had happened was that Coach Rhonda had her superfan only chat on, and so when it came to being able to send her a message, she got a new superfan. Y'all, she got a superfan out of me. So y'all don't turn on y'all chat, think I'm gonna come in and become everybody's superfan. But she did get a superfan. Coach Rhonda exhibit number 1. He said, y'all said it's clearly there to help us. So I say, let's give it a try. I heard that. Let's give it a go. I got that. Yes. So great. It was a great strategy. Coach Rhonda, I see you. I see you. She's like, Sarah, go nudge Doc. Tell her to come in my room. So I love that. But she got a super fan. So I was like, okay, let me help my friend. And again, your super fans don't realize. So the ones that came in the room, they didn't realize they were part of the special kids at the moment. And so they had this exclusive chatting feature, and she had a couple super fans in the room communicating. Hey, good morning, how you doing? Yes, they answered her question. And I was like, why they didn't say nothing? Well, they didn't realize not until I became a super fan, it went away and it was just a regular chat. So they didn't realize it was the super fans chat activated. So let me thank you so much for the donuts. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for coming in, friends. Yes. So let me do this. I'm gonna turn it on so you guys can see it. And if there's anything I'm missing, maybe it was a symbol or something that said it was a super fan chat. Let me know if you see anything. I didn't see anything. And if there is, let us know so we can help people in the future. TikTok is wrong for that though. I know. Good morning. How you doing, Miss Darlene? You said no. You said don't turn it on. He said don't turn that on. Let's see. I'm going to turn it on. So here is where it's located for me. Now, Coach Rhonda, I do believe at one point she was trying to figure out how to cut it off because once I became her super fan, I was able to talk her through it. So she yes, it won't let you comment unless you are a super fan. Yep. And so she was able to, I didn't turn it on yet. So she was able to go back up to the super fan star. I think that's how she cut it off. It says it because when you did it the other day, I saw that it was SF only chat. You so you're gonna so I know the non super fans see it. You're saying when let me see. Let's see because I was as a guest in your room, and so I never saw what the chat looked like. But I knew it just said it looked like a regular chat to me. So I'm gonna assume that. But let's take a look at it because I wonder if your super fans know that they're special at the moment. So let me see. So I'm gonna cut on the super fan only chat. So 1, 2, 3, it's on. Okay. So super fan only chat is on. Only my super fans can chat at this moment. I'm going to leave and see what it says. Okay, perfect. So only my super fans can chat. So Miss Darlene, you came back in. Is there anything special? Good morning. Good morning, Tess. You're so sweet, Tess. Yes, it says super fans only very quickly. Um, am I a super fan? Yes, you are a super fan. It was brown. Oh, it popped up and showed super fan, but it went away. Okay, yes, testing. So when your super fans were already, so those of you who are already in the room, you saw where that switch happened, where it was a regular chat, and then it went to super fans for a quick second, and then now it's gone. So when I think about someone like Coach Rhonda, your guest, hey, some sugar, we're doing a test of the super fans only chat because yes, it went. I seen it happened. So I didn't see anything. So Miss Darlene didn't see anything. So when you came in, you didn't see anything. So for you, it came in as a regular chat. Because Coach Rhonda, you had one person that came in right before I purchased. I was like, oh, maybe she'll say something. She didn't say anything. And again, she may not have saw it. She may not saw that she was special. My live was on from the start, not mid live. Yes, yours was on from the very beginning. I didn't see anything either. So I can't tell difference. Okay. Okay. It was very quickly and you really had to look at the comment section. Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, your commenters and you had it on from the beginning. So when they flew in the room, for them it probably wasn't even there long at all. They never saw it. So yeah, so when she commented, she was like, I was like, well, maybe they'll say something. They never saw it. They never saw it to say that they were special. So I think that's important to recognize. So here's what I will tell you. If you are ever in your, I'm gonna screenshot so you guys see what I see. Add it to my checklist. I know. I know, friends. So you guys can see what I see. Um, this is the fan zone area. So I'm just going to screenshot this area. Ah, sorry about that. 1 second. Sorry about that, friends. Let's see. Okay, sorry about that. I was checking my side. So I snapped out. I clicked myself off the screen. So that's what happened. Okay, so hey Bloom, I'm gonna turn off my super fan only chat so you guys know those who are in the room who just came in the room. I had the super fans only chat on. We were testing it to see what it looks like for people who are super fans, and as they look to come in, it should say like Nika Grace just came in. It should say super fans only chat. I came in and you were froze. No, I was testing. I was doing a screenshot actually, and then I clicked myself off the screen, so that's why I paused. But so yeah, so we are doing a super fans only chat real quick. So Bloom, when you came in, so Bloom, you didn't know we were doing this experiment. Do me a favor, friend. Did you see that it says super fans only chat? You came straight in when it was happening, and I was frozen. You probably didn't pay attention when you put your comment in, but I'm assuming you didn't notice a difference. And so that's what we're just testing real quick. So if you are not a super fan, you can't comment right now. You don't have the ability. And so if you turn this feature on, it stops your chat from being able to communicate. I just turned it off. I didn't see it at first. Okay, at first. So did you see it at some point? What does that mean? Test. Y'all back. Y'all can chat now. Everybody got access. So y'all all can chat. So I'm going to show you real quick because I want you guys to pay attention to this. And if you ever in a situation, this is kind of like now you got to kind of make that decision tree. Like, okay, what's happening? What's happening? Ain't nobody talking to me. What's going on? Do I have my super fans chat on? So that's where you have to go. Nika was out of time. How do I access the stickers that come with subscriptions? In the comments. So my friends, put a comment in. If you go to so ADHD mom, if you get ready to put a comment in, there's a heart. There's a grayed out heart right next to the inside the comment box. Click that, and it'll take you to the super fan stickers. It says super fans by your name. By your name or my name? Your name? My name. My name? Up here? That's okay. Interesting. Did y'all notice that? You said by my name up here? Interesting. Nika, you said you on strike. Why you on strike? You need to strike Starbucks. That's who you need to start striking. Starbucks. Your name, upper left corner. Oh, let's try that again. Nobody else noticed that. Look at you. Some sugar, how you doing, friend? We're going to turn it on again. Do y'all see this, super fans? I don't think we noticed. I don't think I noticed. I'm turning it on. Let me see if I notice something as a live host. Hello, everyone. How you doing? I'm actually here. I know you are some sugar. I turned you off for a second. I'm sorry, friend. Do y'all notice something? Hello. Is it on now? It's on now. I turned on Superfan chat again. Do y'all see anything up here? It says super fans. Hello, everyone. How you doing, Dr. Trish? So really quickly, no. Some sugar. Everybody saying no. Bloom, what did you see, friend? Halleck, you came back in. I see nothing. It's not there now. Maybe because I came in when I did. Interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah, we're testing just to see if there's any indicators that tells us that the superfan chat is on. But no, there's no common denominators. I can't see. No, I came in out. Nothing. Nathan. I'm going to turn it off for my other friends so you guys could chat again. So yeah. And so what I'm clicking, so Coach Rhonda, that might be for people who are not super fans. Bloom's a super fan though. You said I'm trying to convert y'all. You want to protest? You ain't gonna do it. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. Bloom's a super fan, so she saw something. I'm going to come in and out. My other account, turn it on. You said turn it on the other account. You're going to test it? Okay. Let me know. I'm talking to my friend. You only talking to your one and only non-super fan. That's okay. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody in the room. So you said yes. So here's what I will say. When it comes down to it, you want to make sure if you are ever in a situation you're trying to figure this out, your chat's not chatting, people who normally would be chatting with you. Coach Rhonda, so like a Luna coming in a room, you knew Luna would have said something. Luna would be like, hey, good morning. You're like, why didn't Luna tell me good morning? Luna usually greets. That's a telltale sign. Like, something wrong. Something is wrong up in here. Ain't no way Luna flying into a room and ain't speaking. So you notice something wrong. Okay. So then you're like, okay, now what's going on? Let me check my sub only super fan chat area. So that's what I would do. So if you got those people in your room that you know are gonna come in and say hello, hello chat, they're gonna get their daily heartbeat, they're gonna put their comment in, then you should know that something ain't right. Okay? Something is clearly wrong with what's going on. Thank you. Appreciate you. That's a new one. Oh Lord, I love that. Okay, hello, hello. Mr. Arlene, you under your other account? Okay, I'm gonna do it one last time. Thank you so much, Hat and Mustache. Thank you so much for that. Let's see. Right, she does. I know. Luna don't play that. Luna is always communicating. Luna says, hey, how are you, everyone? Good morning. You said no. Don't cut it on. Miss Sterling, she got her other account in the room. I think she wanted to see what it's like. Black Lotus, hey. Okay, one more time for my friends who just entered. So we're going to test super fans one more time. So when I click the three dots with more, it says an upgrade into new benefits superfan. It has like this promo screen. Then I click view superfan, and then it shows me my back inside, my fan zone for my superfan. And that's where I can toggle on superfan only chat. So I'm gonna do it one more time so you guys see what I'm experiencing. Okay? So superfan only chat is on right now. Hello, friend. How you doing, CLE? I know you can't chat right now, but hello, give me 1 second. I haven't seen you in months. How you doing, Fred? So superfan only chat is on right now. Miss Darling, you just flew in with the other account. Can I please leave the principal's office? You said, don't talk about this no more. So, Coach Chantel, how you doing, friend? So I see nothing different. There we go. All right. So we're going to turn this off. Okay, it's all good. Good morning, good morning. It says super fan only chat. Yeah, it says super fan only. Yeah. So again, I don't know if there's any other indicator beyond just your super fans chatting with you. So if you notice only your super fans is the ones that are communicating, then that might be a telltale sign. If you notice that, people who normally come to your room that normally would speak hasn't said anything, that's a telltale sign. Um, and then, like I said earlier, for anybody who's in my Creator Network agency, you could turn on a feature called Manager Queues, and that will allow you to then get a message from me. Okay, so if somebody like yesterday, what happened was that somebody messaged me and said, Doc, she had Coach Rhonda had her super fan chat on only. I couldn't answer her question, and that's when I came in and supported. So just know I could have sent a message. So we're gonna turn that feature on. We'll talk about that. I'm gonna test it this week, maybe with a few of you all, and so that way we can try it out. I'm turning off the super fan only chat. So now everybody can chat. How you doing, Marianne? So now everybody has access to chat. I appreciate everybody testing that out. I'm going to show you, last thing I'm going to show you is just what it looks like on my side. So I'm going to show a little screenshot just so that you guys can see where you're going to go. Okay. So essentially I'm turning on the effects. I'm going to turn up the hand raised one so you guys can see it really quickly. And what I did, so you guys can see, this is under the fan zone. So right here, this fan zone, excuse me, the fan zone area. So the top super fans is on the right, the left side here. But then you're going to go to the fan zone. The fan club zone is where you're going. And that's where you can put the name of your badges. Where mine says Lisa. You guys see where it says Lisa? You can put stickers up there as well. Nika Grace gave us our new stickers that we see in there. So we have those. And then, what are we protesting? And then you have your fan goal, super fan goal. And then this is the chat. This is when I had the chat toggled on, meaning that only my super fans can chat. You want this off, okay? Turn it off, friends. Turn this off, okay? If you want your whole room to chat with you and send stickers and communicate and engage, your super fans are your subscribers. Your fan club is everybody who came in, got that daily heart me up top, and they're part of your community. So this has to be turned off. It's turned on this picture. Here is your super fan only live. That's different. Now with a live, essentially what happens is if you turn this live and I turn this on, because right now it's off. If I turn it on, only my super fans can stay in the live. Okay? My other fans and other people who are not fan club members can stay for 60 seconds. It's like a preview. But then it will go off for them. They'll get a message that says to stay in this live, you have to join the super fan. Okay? So just know that that's how the feature works. You said I love audio visuals. So when I peek behind the screen. So yeah, so that's what you got to do. I just want to make sure you guys saw that. You knew what I was talking about. I don't want you guys to get in trouble. How you doing? Kamani, thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for the stickers. I see those super fans for the fan club stickers coming out. It doesn't say to stay in this live. You have to join. It should be okay. Now let me show you what it looks like. It will say that if you turn that feature on. So let me show you that screen. So there's a feature you actually have to turn it on. Let's see. I'll show you. I'm gonna do screenshots. You guys know I always want to show you what the deal is. Um, okay, so you guys are seeing. I did 2 different screenshots. Thank you for the shares, friends. Thank you so much. Thank you for the shares. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Let's do this. Let's do show and tell again so y'all see it because I want you guys to be able to start connecting with your super fans. Okay, so here's what you'll see. Um, Thank you for that. Let's see. Hold on. Okay, so now we have, so this is for you guys. Okay, so if I want to switch this to a super fan only chat, it says allow preview. Okay, so you could turn this off. Right now it's on. I turn my preview on all the time because people get into the preview mode and it's like, hey, I might want to stay longer. I like what she's talking about. I want to learn. So they end up potentially getting the super fan or subscription in this case. That's happened a few times. Flourish came in. She said she joined because she attended a sub only live, got the preview and wanted to join. Thank you, Granny, for being here. So a couple things. I want to point this out real quick because it is given kind of a message here just so that you know. You cannot have music in a super fan only live. Okay? Subscriber lives. Again, we were talking through the why not, what does that mean, blah, blah, blah. TikTok says the copyright restrictions, so you gotta be careful with that. They will end the live. But no, I'm assuming it's because this is a paid subscription benefit. So they're like, okay, because of the copyright rules and stuff, music cannot be played. You couldn't in sub only either. I wonder why that is. Yeah, again, it's the music. Are you talking about the music? Yes, because of the music. I'm assuming because it's paid. It's a paid benefit that's happening now. I'm assuming that's the reason. So TikTok ain't giving that money to those copyright restrictions, the copyright. for the licensing. That's probably what's happening. It's like, we're going to keep it. So y'all just can't play music. So essentially that's what's happening. But just be careful. And then the other screen I was going to show you real quick is this one. Okay, hold on. Did I do it? No, that one. This one. This is what the preview looks like. So because I have that preview turned on, because I have the preview feature on, this is where you could toggle it off if you don't want the preview side of it. And essentially this is what viewers will see after 60 seconds. Okay? So limited access for 60 seconds. So if you do decide to turn your current live to a sub only live, just know that's what's going to happen to the people who are not subscribers. Or you could cut your live off altogether and then start it as a sub only live. So you have two different options. Once you turn it to a sub only live, you cannot toggle it off. Unlike the super fan chat, where you can cut it on, cut it off, cut it on, cut it off. Once you turn this on, in order to end it for sub only or super fan only, you got to end the live. Okay? So I just want to make sure I say that. All right, friends. Any other questions? Let me make sure I catch up. He said, can you talk about music in a regular live and what's allowed? Seems like nothing is allowed. You know what? I heard you could play music. People usually try to make sure they're playing music where they have the license agreement, like third-party license agreements already copyright allowed music. I don't know the right word. I'm not saying the right word. Somebody in the chat who does music, put it in the chat so we know a little bit more. But essentially, you can do it. They have not disallowed it, but people are being a little safe about what type of music they're playing. Also, I've noticed that. You said, seems like anything is allowed. Yeah, I don't think it's changed. I play music in my live, never had an issue. There we go. Yeah, so I think everything is fine. How do we change our top name without changing the bottom one? The top name of your nickname in here, and is the name we see here is your nickname. That's the name we see. So when you go to your profile, edit profile, click the nickname option, not your username. Your username is the name we don't see. We have to click your photo in order to see your actual username. The username is the smaller name underneath your regular name, your nickname. Okay? The username is the one with the @ symbol on your page. Okay? There's an AI now where you can make your own music. Oh, really? I play jazz so far, so good. Yeah. Okay, yes. Okay, so do I play music? No problems? I think it's no problems. Like I said, I know some people are trying to pick music that doesn't have any licensing problems. Is there a preferred app? Does anyone have a recommendation for app playing music? What was the one? The one that I can't remember the name. Epidemic Sound. That's it. Epidemic Sound was one. Anybody else? Hallie Q, I think if she's still in the room, I think she mentioned one in the past. Okay, thanks. You're welcome. I like Spotify because, okay, so it went away. I like Spotify because you pay for it. You can play anything with no ads. Okay, there we go. That's an option. Dr. Trish says that. So she has Spotify. I play music from my Spotify. There we go. So people are doing that. Accept my apologies, Dr. Lisa. But how do I check rewards? What to apologize for? You're totally fine. He's like, I don't ask all those questions, Dr. Lisa. That's what Black Lotus. Black Lotus like you're people ask so many questions. I don't want to ask a lot of questions. You are totally fine. That's what this is all about. Ask the questions, friend. So to check your rewards while you're in the live, so you can do it after the live or while you're in the live. I actually like while you're in the live because it actually shares with you what your next milestone is, what you need to do to get to the next thing. And so it kind of gives you real good indication on what's happening with your live. That page doesn't even look the same. What page is that, Miss Darlene? I use Apple and make my own playlist. Oh, I like that. Alexa. Okay, good idea. I am Yolanda. I make my own. She says Alexa. Okay, thanks everyone. See, you got all kinds of examples. Awesome. Okay. Um, Thank you all who are coming in the room. I appreciate the support. Let me know if you have any questions too. So what I'm going to do now, I am going to switch. I'm going to answer Black Lotus question. I play music, no problem. But if you make a post, you have to check for copyright and it will let you know. Yes. Yeah. Thank you for the gifts, friends. I appreciate you. So now we're going to do this. I got to find, oh, you're saying, good morning. You're on your way to the Grand Canyon tour. Nice, nice. Be careful. I love the Grand Canyon. We did it with the kids and not realize how we were not on the easy route. We were on the intermediate route. I realized real quick, like, this was not a good idea. Hold on one second. Okay, that's the wrong screen. Give me 1 second. I had did the wrong one. Hold on 1 second. This is the one I wanted. But give me 1 second. I think I started on the wrong side. Give me 1 second. This is the one I wanted. No, this is the one I wanted. I'm going to start here. Okay, so, okay, friends. We're going to walk through the Scale Live rewards for you guys. Okay, nice. Okay. That's how I collect the rewards. Good morning. You said collect or calculate. I thought I saw calculate, but let me talk through the Scale Live rewards, and I think collect is PayPal. You gotta connect your PayPal account. So that's the short answer. PayPal is what you need to connect. But I want to show this because I think some of you guys don't pay attention to this during your live. I want to know what you use to make the bottom of the screen a solid color. I can't find it. I don't know. I think that was that's a feature that I think is slowly being rolled out. I'm not sure how you do that. Anybody in the chat has an idea, put it in the chat for us. Scale Live rewards, real quick. I'm going to talk about this just for my peeps, real quick. I'm going to put my sticker up here for the moment. Okay. So we're going to talk about Scale Live rewards. Okay. So really quickly, what I did to get to this is a screenshot of something I did a few weeks ago. I'm not sure how long ago, but it's a few weeks ago. So we're going to talk about what happened. And I did the screenshot to kind of track. Now, sorry if I miss messages. I have to multitask. No problem, Frank. So how I got this in my live is that I click the little house at the top, or I swipe to the right. If you swipe over to the right, you get to your real-time analytics. Underneath the upper part where it tells you how long you've gone live in the top right corner, it tells you how many new followers you got, how many unique views. Towards the bottom, it tells you your monetization. It tells you the Scale Live rewards. You can click that option with the arrow, and it literally shows you your breakdown. Okay? So you can see this real time in your live to know how you're faring from a monetization perspective. Okay, so I just want to make sure I say this. So TikTok says per live, this was a mistake request. That was a mistake request. Okay, Fred, I didn't see it. It's like, that was a mistake. All right. Once I stop this, then I'll probably see it. Thank you for the populars. Okay, so each live, and then there's the weekly missions. Remember I said the 53% that you can earn. So there's two categories. The per live, you can earn up to 40%. And then there's an additional 13% that you can earn on the weekly missions. We'll go to that next. But per live, TikTok measures you basically on two things. How long you've gone live and how many new followers you've gotten. Okay? And so based on those two things, TikTok will say if you've gotten the 40%. Okay? So if you go live over 25 minutes, you get the 38% that's sitting over here. I did it because I had gone live, and it tells you you've gone live 41 minutes. At this point, I did the screenshot. It was 41 minutes into it. And then here it says, okay, how many new followers you got? If you got up to 5, they'll give you 2%. And then you can see what they give you along the way. So right now it has checked off that I got one new follower at the time I did this. And so TikTok says, okay, with that one new follower, you got the 1%. So I'm at 39% for this at this point in time for this live, and I don't know when I did this. It's definitely a couple weeks ago, but I'm at 49. I was at 39% at the time I did the screenshot. So As you're going, what if nobody came into your lives? You don't get new followers. You'll get your per live. You may not have earned any rewards either, because if nobody came into your live and did your daily heart me, or clicked and sent you roses, or helped with your flash goal or your live goal. Nothing for nothing. I mean, just saying. so, so let's do this. The other thing I want to point out is the weekly missions. So we're going to talk about this. So now we're talking about the 13%. You said okay. So we're going to talk about the 14%, the 13%. 13% is based off this. So TikTok says, okay, here, right here, you're averaging 9.5. You can see it at the top, the very top. Let me slide it over because I'm trying to show my face too. But you see that 9.5. TikTok is telling me I didn't get the 13% yet. I told you the average person does not. Because if you really calculate this, it gets down to this league, the creator league and stuff. Those extra percentages go to people who are in the higher leagues. So I just want to put that out there. I want to manage your expectations. So the average person is anywhere between 9 to 9.5%, depending on how many times they've gone live. There was a box again in my favorite 4 journeys. There was a box again in my favorite 4 journeys last live last night. A box for you. Oh, the way she did it. Oh, the background box. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, Nika was just asking about that. She was wondering how you got it, but I think the question is a mystery right now. There are some images on the background. Interesting. So yeah, you don't know how that's happening for you. Um, okay, so if you go live at least 25 minutes or longer, um, over 2 times or more, you get 8%. So think about this as a little bucket of money each week, a little bucket of rewards that you are earning because you keep going live. Okay. And so by the end of the week, that bucket will be part of your estimated rewards, and it will go into your calculations for your live stream. So it's a separate process, but it's per week, but it's based on how you are performing each live and how you are increasing your engagement. Okay. The other thing is this creator league. The league is something you want to pay attention to. I'm actually going to spend a little time here today. Okay. Um, just so that you guys understand, if you are going to league up, it's a strategy and it's based on your community. You cannot league up and stay in C League or even B League if you do not have the right composition in your community. Okay? Hello, Olivia. Meaning that you need high engagers, because some of those gifts in the gift gallery, people who are not high engagers, who don't have high numbers, can't send. So they may love you to pieces. They may adore you. But if they have not leagued up to the point where they can send a whale, send the money gun, send some of those other league, gifts in B League, you're waiting for somebody to come in and save the day. That's essentially what you're doing each week. You wait for somebody to come in and save the day. That's a higher league person that can come in and swoop in and do your gift gallery. So I say that because I don't want people to be stressing over here. That's why I don't talk about it as much. Because I was like, you know what? If I got beginners in the room and they're still growing and trying to build their community, the leagues is something that's going to frustrate you. Okay? I don't want you to be frustrated. I want you to focus on growth. Okay? And growth this is part of the growth, but this is a kind of a next step strategy, a phase 2 or 3 strategy. Phase 1 is just going live and building your community. Keep going live, connecting with people, helping to educate people, so supporting them. And then as you do this, there's some things you can do to kind of, you know, pull some levers. But at the end of the day, your community matters from week to week. Okay? So leagues. So these leagues, it says if you surpass your previous league, if you surpass it, your previous highest league, I'm very happy with the D League. Okay. If you surpass it, then you can league up and you can get this 3%. This 1% is for the A leagues, so it actually says it. Okay, so but the 3% is for if you league up past your highest. So here's what happened to me. I'm in, you finished last week in C2. You guys, hold on, I'm going to show you the next screen. I can't get paid at this 3% until I get to the B League because I was in C1. Okay? So TikTok was like, okay, you've been in C1, but you didn't surpass that yet. So um, I have to wait until I get to, I would have to wait until I get to, see, did I do the, I went to the wrong page. Hold on 1 second. I'm back on. Let me go. Is it this one? No, it's this one. Okay. I need to get to B5. It actually says it in this chart here. See it? So because I had already done C1 and I dipped back to C2, TikTok was like, okay, well, for you to get that 3%, you got to get to B5. So that's pretty much what has to happen for me. Hello, how you doing? Kim loves Jamaica. Appreciate your friend. So just know, I want you guys to pay attention to the leagues, but I want you to be very intentional about your community and the growth of your community. Thank you. Is gift writers the only way to league up? No, battling is a way to league up. That is a way to league up. Gift galleries are important for your league too, but battling is a way to do it. But again, it goes back to those bigger leagues. It's me. I changed my name. Oh, I see. Look at your friend. I can't clap right now, but yes, awesome. um, but it's based on your community, and it's based on those bigger gifts too. You gotta put all that in perspective. All that matters. So it's about how your community is supporting. And people give the highest they do in those 5 minute battles. So battles are critical, but they're not always going to be successful in helping you league up if, again, people aren't able to send more gifts, bigger gifts, and are investing in that way. So it's a strategy, but again, I say you got to be cognizant of where you're at. Okay. So here, let's go here. Content engagement is also important. So this is where you get your daily heart me's. The daily heart me's. That's what this is. So daily heart me's, and you can see the percentage. If you are between 100, I'm sorry, 10 and 100 is 1%. 100 and 2,000 is 1.5. 2,000 and more is where you get to 2%. Okay? So just know that that's part of it too. Okay? All right, friends. Let me know if there's questions about that. Let me know if there's questions. I always want to make sure I'm answering. It doesn't say nickname anymore. What does it say? It says name? It doesn't say nickname anymore. Huh? Does content engagement mean... does content engagement mean, in that context, live or regular content? Live. They mean live. The way they word it, name and username. Oh, okay. They just changed it to, they didn't say nickname anymore. Interesting. Um, Content is always the live stream. We are always, according to TikTok, we are content creators, whether we're in the live or on the content page. So they see this as content as well, and they see us as creators. Good morning. How you doing, wellness girl? So they see that in this context, but again, I say live host, other people say live stream, making a distinction between your live stream content and your page content. But TikTok is talking about the daily harmony. It actually says that language, I think, too. How do you see your gift gallery when you're live? If you click your photo, your mini profile, scroll down and you'll see your gift gallery. And you can click that. Can you tell me what those points are when people are in those battle boxes? What points? The points at the top is the points that they're getting based on the gifts, taps, shares, and comments. So that engagement, they get points for that. So the points are tallying based on what people are doing in the live, and how you are playing the game. So if there's 2 times the points, 3 times the points, 10 times the points, depending on what's happening, people are sending gifts or commenting, sharing, tapping the screen, and points are being tallied for them. So that's the points. And those points tally to see who wins. So now claim your rewards means go to your PayPal. To claim your rewards, you have to add a PayPal to your TikTok account under monetization. There's a little credit card symbol. You add your PayPal, and then whenever you get paid from TikTok, which they're now seeming that they're changing a lot of it to weekly payments, payouts, it will go to that PayPal account. And so you can set it so that it automatically goes from $1 to 500, but that's what it means. So claim your rewards. Here in the live stream, as a viewer, they're talking about claiming your daily heartbeat points. I think that's what you're saying. So there's two different ways of looking at it. Okay. While I'm live, hold on one second. Yeah, while you're live, if I click my photo right now, I'm clicking my photo, my mini profile popped up. I can see my gift gallery. My gift gallery has 10 or 12 items that are have been filled. The DJ glasses and the well are the two things that are missing. Um, so let me just make sure I didn't miss any other comments. Let me know if you understood that, Black Lotus. I'm happy to explain it further. Know by your name is it? It is the 9-box battle. Sometimes they're just talking. When you're a guest and you're talking about the points next to you as a guest, those are points that people gave in a couple different ways. Either they gifted you that. You can also get engagement points if there's this little plus sign. People can tap that plus sign and give you engagement points that way as well. But that is those are gifts that people are sending primarily. They're gifting the guest. So yeah, I think that's what you were asking, Kim. Um. So yeah, let me know if there's any other questions. Um. I have a PayPal. It says that I have rewards that I didn't claim. Yeah, I'm assuming you just need to do your live rewards. Is that what you're talking about? Black Lotus, send me a message so we could talk through it. I'll send you a voice memo. If you want to send me a screenshot, you can send me a screenshot too, in the chat feature, in the inbox feature. Can you check my agency application when you have time? Sure. Let me see. To make sure you're in the States. I need to start making money with TikTok Shop. Ooh, I love that. Yeah. Are you posting there? Are you doing shoppable lives or shoppable videos? Kim, thank you so much. I see you're in here. Let's see what it says for you. It still says unsupported region, friend. Yep. Still says unsupported region, so it must have you in Jamaica still. Yeah. All right, friends. Let me know if there's any other questions. Where do you see if you're solid? Sold something from your showcase. When you are on your TikTok Shop for Creator, I'm sorry, TikTok Shop for Creator, there is some analytics at the top. There's an arrow. Click that arrow, and it'll take you to the screen of your analytics for what you sold. Okay. So yes, guest points. Yep. Yep, that's it. Guest points. So your guest is getting rewards. They're monetizing. They're actually monetizing. So let's do this. I have so since I haven't turned this feature on before, we're gonna do the multi-guest panel for my subs. In stateside, now I have TikTok Shop back. It wasn't supported in Jamaica. Oh, how long are you gonna be in the States? TikTok still sees your account as being in Jamaica. I told you my friend who was in another country, we went to Mexico, she had to wait 30 days before it could be considered US. And the host gets a percentage of that. Yes, the host gets a percentage of that. Let me say that clearly. Thank you, Nika, for sharing that. If you are a guest on somebody's panel, if you are a guest, you said 3 weeks. It might not be enough time, but we can see. if something changes. How do I do a one-on-one with you? You said, how do I do a one-on-one? Um, so my agency people, if you're choosing to be in the agency, I do schedule one-on-ones. I think I'm going to have to put some parameters around that because I think it needs to be people who are actually going live. Like, we got to talk about your live strategy. I do one-on-ones as a service, part of my business strategy service. So my stand store is where you can get schedule an appointment there. And I do 30-minute appointments, and then I think I might increase it, but I do 30-minute appointments there right now. So you can schedule an appointment in my stand store. My stand store is not actually linked right now because I took it down because the application was glitching for the agency. So I ended up just putting the agency link. So message me and I'll send you my stand store if you want to schedule an appointment. Otherwise, if you're already with an agency, you can't join. It's only one agency per person. I have to say that clearly. How you doing, Cassandra? And then if you are in the agency, I'm happy to meet with you that way too. Laugh out loud. It takes 30 minutes to say hello here. I know it does take time. Yes, I do. You do have an agency. Okay, so yeah, so we would have to, I can't, so again, you would have to purchase it as a service that I'm doing a consultation with you. So it can't be in the context of the agency. So, because I can't coach or poach people. Okay. Hello, Dr. Lisa and everyone. Hello, friends. I was going to do something real quick. I was going to turn on my panel boxes just for my sub only. We're going to do sub only panel real quick because I haven't done this and I do say it's a feature. So I want to make sure I turn it on. I'm going to do the fixed grid. So if you're a subscriber, you can come up and ask questions. You're welcome to join as a how you doing, friend? Hey, how we doing?
I'm getting my car service. I was like, oh well, let me go outside. Let me walk outside and not be.
Awesome. Appreciate you being here. So I turned this on. I turned this on. Supposed to be on a Toastmaster like box, but haven't heard anything. Yolanda, are you still in the room? Yeah. I am Yolanda. Let me know if you're in the room. Um, Let me know if you're in the room. I have to make sure I check. So I am Yolanda. Let me know if you're in the room. I don't think she is. I think she went outside the room. And so I'm going to ask. So I'm accepting Coach Rhonda. I'm accepting Miss Darlene. And then, like I said, I made this for subscribers only. So you got to be a subscriber in order to join. So that way I can make this part of the subscription benefit. So hello, friends. How are you guys? So we'll talk really quickly. I'm just going to turn it off a little bit, but I wanted to show the panels because I know Kim loves Jamaica. She made a question about the points. So the points are in there. If you guys will see, as viewers, you probably see a plus sign. Like, so for example, if you look at any of the people in the room, if you see a plus sign by their name, there's a little plus sign there. You can click that plus sign to give them points. So go ahead and click the plus sign so you can give them some points. Okay. How can I do a one? Okay, one-on-one. I'm just catching up on comments. Yeah. So that gives them points, and they can get points for their engagement. Okay. Let me see. I have a couple more requests. Coach Jesse. Okay.
Now, Dr. Lisa, one of them says change every 30 days, and one says we can change every 7 days. Which one do I click to change my Darlene Henderson 0?
The 7-day one. 7 day. That's the name. The username is your official name for TikTok. So that is unique to you. So when I have those imposters, they're changing their nickname. I'm sorry, they're changing their nickname to look just like mine, but their username is actually different. Their username usually has a symbol or a one or something else that's there. So those are what the imposters will do. But your nickname is the one you can change every 7 days, or now they changed it to names. Okay.
Thank you again.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So I wanted to point out that because if you guys see people, you can click that plus sign next to their name to give them, I think it's 2 points is what will happen. And so I'm giving people 2 points on my other account so you guys can see it change. And those are points that they're getting. Now, I always tell you guys when you are in a box up here and there's a host, you guys see host in my name up here. These are all guests. Okay, so the host is usually in this top box corner if you see it like this. What will happen is that the host actually gets a percentage of any gifting that happens in the room. It's almost like if you come to somebody's house and you give them a welcome gift. So they get a percentage. I've been told, and I don't know, you guys can put this in the chat if you've heard different amounts. I've heard 30% for the host, 20% for the guest, and TikTok 50%, but I'm not sure if that's true. Plus, the plus sign is there if you are not following the person. Yeah. You said it's for the follow too? You think it's the follow too? I heard that you actually have to go in and actually click that, but I don't know if it's the follow. But she's saying it's also for the follow. I didn't check. I have to check this account, my other account, to see if it. Let me just check. Coach Rhonda, was I following you on this account? I don't think I was. This might have been a follow for all of y'all. Yeah, we were friends already. Yeah, it's following. Yep, it followed. It was already following Darlene and Miss Jessie, but it wasn't following Cassandra and Coach Rhonda. So now it is. So that is true. Thank you so much for that, Trisha T. Um, you said, well, that's good to know. Yeah. So, and then, like I said, when you click it, you give that person points too. So, let me know if there's any specific questions. Anybody else had questions that wanted to come up as a subscriber? So,
I have a question.
Sure.
I just saw this, and this was something new, and I don't know if people know about it, that we can look in. So it's when you look at your balance in the coins, like when you go to coins, there's a thing that you can look at, and there's a filter where you can see all the coins that you have given to people, and it'll like have the person's, like, what the date was, how many you gave. So that was new. I just found that out like yesterday, and I was just like, oh, this is interesting. I didn't know that that actually existed.
Yeah, Dr. Trish, she said yes. So Dr. Trish asked that question from a viewer perspective, where you go to get it. And she actually did the research, and it was under your balance. So your balance, they've now moved it to, if you click the hamburger, the 3 lines on your profile screen, there's 3 lines in the top right corner. If you click that, you can get to your balance that way. It used to be under monetization under TikTok Studio, but it's now moved there for me as well. So there's a balance area. When you click that, you click balance. Under balance, I think you have to click the amount that's there, and then it takes you to another screen. And at the top is almost like it's like a little symbol, like a notepad symbol. Think of it like that way, like it's like a pencil and a notepad symbol. You click that, and that will show you the list of gifting that you've done. Okay. And Dr. Trish, let me know if that is accurate, if anything like that has changed. Anything changed in that. So, when you do panels, you can have your guests come up. Like, again, like I said, I made this part of a subscription benefit, and it's a time where we can talk and chat. But again, it just depends on how you want to use panels. I think panels is helpful at times, especially if you know the panelists. But I know sometimes you don't know the panelists, and you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do that. But you could limit how long people are able to talk. We're just going to do 2 minutes, and then you can click that box as a host. When you click that person's box, you can disconnect them really quickly. Okay, so you can always, You have control as the host. You can mute them, you can turn their camera off, and you can click their box too.
Question, how many panelists can you have? I'm thinking about doing, I was actually thinking about doing it for my wellness trivia. Like I have a wellness trivia live, and I was thinking about having people come up who wanted to participate. And then if they got the question right, I would give them a rose, you know? And so then whoever had like the most roses, so they could get, I don't know, it would be kind of like winning, you know, like they would be able to win. But so I was thinking of that. I haven't done that. I just do it where I do the wellness trivia and just have people post, you know, in the comments.
You could. I mean, there's people. You guys, I mean, these streets have a lot of stuff going on. I was like, oh my gosh. So, Coach Rhonda, I did see the Family Feud. I don't know how that person had it up, but I did see the Family Feud. I did see someone who does a scavenger hunt. He had like 3,000 people in his room. It was bananas. It was fun though. It was like watching like a game show. It was really good. His music, everything about it was like this whole vibe, and you could tell he must doesn't do it on a regular occasion. So it just depends on how you want to do it. The playbook, I would tell you all, if I were you, I would play around with the playbook. I would work through the playbook and see what's in there that you can make it a little bit more interactive and engaging. There's some features there you probably could cut on. I know I am Yolanda. She turned on the playbook and used it for her box battle elimination. So it was a timer with it. It had this moment where you could spotlight different people and make them, part of the spotlight. So you're gifting them or giving them a timer to make their case. And so it was a really good way to showcase some of the things that's in the playbook. So I would say play around with that a little bit and see what happens. Maybe turn on a live one day and say, we're just going to play with the playbook. We're going to talk through this. There's a few features I want to see how they work. You guys know where the playbook is? Let me know. Chat, y'all know where the playbook is?
I do not. I don't know where the playbook is. And this is my first time hearing about it. I'm like, oh, that sounds exciting. It has the word play in it.
Okay, so you put in the chat, what is the playbook? Okay, so when you have multi-guest on, it turns on for you. There is it's in this lower left corner next to your multi-guest, and there's these two other type symbols. The one that looks like a book with a little star on top of it. The other one looks like a cube. But the playbook is one that you can use, and just depends on what you want to um, showcase. And so I would take a look at them and see which ones are in there that makes sense for your live topic. Okay, it's hundreds, it's many in there, so I don't want to overwhelm you.
A lot of games in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I've been doing.
Oh, really? All right. I love it.
That's what I've been playing with the playbook.
Yeah, yeah. So, so you guys are giving great information. Dr. Trish says everyone in the boxes can also click on their number of coins on upper left corner to see who gifted. Yes, that's important. Thank you for saying that, Dr. Trish. So she's pointing out if you click your coins, and so now this is kind of guest etiquette when you think about it. When you click your coins, that those points at the top of your corner as a guest, a screen shows up of all the people who engaged with you, whether it was liking you, following you or gifting you. Because I'm gonna say following you because my account is listed for you all, but this account doesn't have coins on it, so it didn't actually engage beyond just giving you the points for the follow points. Okay. So just know that that's there for you as well. And you should highlight that if you, especially, yes, I see it took a screenshot. Yep. And so as guests, you can always have your guests say, hey, well, make sure you thank the people who, our viewers who supported you today now that you're here as a guest on the panel. And so that's another way as a live host you can kind of help with the etiquette in your room. So we're doing an agency game night or what? Oh, you're so funny. We should test out a few of them. I know some people do it already, so I would prefer us to go to somebody in the agency that already is has kind of learned it and knows how to manage some of the features. That would be fun.
And
So
I've been trying to let Coach Trish, I mean not Coach Trish, Coach Jess know we need to start doing battles with each other more. So by the end of the week, everybody in the agency will have some
power
kind
ups.
of power up for each other instead of waiting to that particular day and using so many coins to try to help us win, if you understand what I'm saying. Because if you got power up, you won't need to use as many coins. And if it's not as many people in that room that's battling, we can still win that battle because we have power ups within our group, not just one person with power up. Because I got 15 power ups for each person, but
Oh,
not in my group, not over here.
wow, wow.
Because I've been battling with outside people. So we gotta some kind of way fit in a battle in the evening, maybe after your live, to where everybody gets a chance to do something to get power ups because we got battles coming this weekend. What we gonna do?
You're right.
No battle, no power ups. But we need them power ups.
Yeah. So okay, so let's talk about that really quickly, because whoever is supporting in that way would need to be also supporting the actual battle. You know what I'm saying? They would need to participate and plan to attend that. So that's something that would require a little bit more coordination, not much, but just in the sense of people knowing, okay, we're doing this rose battle with the thinking that you'll come to my, my battle that I have on Friday night at this time or Saturday or whatever. Um, Halaku, and I don't know if our wellness woman is in here. I don't think she is. That may be a strategy for you all if you think about your next couple lives, because you guys are scheduled to do a battle on Friday. So your next couple lives, maybe you do have your community, do one with them, and then make sure that they also plan to attend your Friday night battle time too. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna respond to that. Um, I didn't see that, Auntie. I don't know where did you send that. I didn't see that idea.
So I probably didn't send it right.
Oh, okay.
She been talking about her live.
Oh, you probably
I'm trying to explain to her how we can get to some kind of way. Maybe everybody get a chance to battle so we can have power ups with everybody almost in the group. Because everybody don't battle in the agency. So the ones that do, maybe we need to pick an hour or 30 minutes. I'll come to your room, do a quick battle, get some power up. You come to my room, get some power up. That's why we all need power ups, not just a few of us. Everybody needs to have some power ups for each other. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the concept is a great idea, but even to uh, go through what Dr. Lisa said, making sure that the people who got it for you will also be those people that will be in the room. Because remember, in order to get the power of one, you gotta win, and you'll have to go say, okay, who's going to be in? I want to make sure I have it for you, so I gotta win in your room. Or part of your winning circle by the 3 seats, or whatever in that person's room. And then of course, knowing that when that person's in a battle, so that you can show up in the room, which is also another great strategy, because it's good to know, okay, when you're about to go to battle, who has what. So we also have to teach people how to look into. They call it the backpack. I don't call it the backpack because it doesn't look like a backpack.
It doesn't look like a backpack to me.
So I don't want to call it a backpack. I call it I call it the box next to exclusive. Okay. It looks like a little house.
It looked like a little castle because it got a point on it.
Because if you say backpack, I feel like people are looking for this thing, and it's like, where do I find that? And it doesn't look like one. It might have used to. I think it used to look like one long time ago, but it doesn't look like that anymore. So we definitely got to get the right lingo on that, and we definitely have to teach people where it is, and to also see what they have. One of the suggestions that I will do, I was gonna mention that on Sunday, but it's also making sure that we always know, like, it tells you what you had, but it's only lit in the person's room that you are in at the time. Right? So if I got it for Dr. Lisa, but I got it for you, Auntie, when I'm in Dr. Lisa's room, it's gonna show
It's
what I
grayed out.
have for her, but then I gotta go to your room to see what I have for you. And it tells you, of course, the expiration date, which is 5 days from the day of getting it. Okay, right. So not from like Monday to Saturday, but from the day you get it, it's 5 days later, it expired. So you have to make sure you know that amount of days that person is about to do that model, so that you make sure that your power ups don't expire, and stuff like that. So it is a little bit of a strategy, but also very intentional, right. A strategy. But yeah, it is a great idea, especially.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. We need to do a battle with each other every day, some kind of way. So you have a power up for Dr. Lisa Room, you have a power up for Coach Rhonda, you have a power up for me and Cassandra. Yeah. Switching off. But it's just to know, but it's a little bit more detailed than that, because you have to make sure those people are going to battle, and you have to make sure that that's a plan. So, like if we know, like Coach Rhonda planning on going, let's say she planning on going tomorrow or even this, 5 days from now, then yes, we would definitely do that to make sure we have those power ups in, to make sure that we're one of the 3 people during that time in the seat. And then when you also can do it, again, because myself and you are getting power, trying to get power up for Coach Rhonda, then we'll have to be very intentional. Like, okay, me, Auntie, and Coach Cassandra, we plan on trying to be the 3 in the seats. So you can rotate it like that as well. Right. So it just is a little bit more detail oriented, and it will have to also be making sure you know what that person's plan is. You don't just think about it. You don't need to play on battle at all. Battle crew and not thinking.
No, but to your point, I think what is being said, yes, very good information. What is being said is that we do need to get to a point where we have a little bit more coordination. So from our friends in the room, we don't require people to battle in this agency, but I do make it part of the list of ways you can monetize on this app. And so if you want to participate in it and really do it in a very intentional, strategic way, like Mr. Arlene's saying, like Coach Jesse's saying, there is strategy surrounding how you do it. You literally create a team. If you really, if you're trying to be effective, especially within the dynamics of an agency. So you're having a team of people who are essentially committing to supporting each other and being strategic, so that essentially you could win, and then you could support somebody else and they could win, and you can support the next person and they can win, but you got to win. So when you compete, only the people who compete and win get the power ups. So this whole power ups conversation is like voided if you don't win.
Right, that's why if we're doing it with ourselves, it would be very strategic.
Yeah, you'll get your power ups. That's true. That is true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So we'll all be able to help each other when we battling. Okay, say for instance, I got a power up for all you guys run, and we have all, like last week, all in battle all over the place. And I didn't have a power up anyway. I'm like, I've been battling with all these other people. I ain't got a power up for my own agency. Something's wrong with that.
Yes.
Because I got power up for all these other people, and that's because they've been teaching me how the strategies of getting power up for everybody in the group.
And I would say you probably didn't battle. I mean, you probably didn't support a battle where that was a winning battle too. So you might have came and supported somebody on their for their battle, even if it was a friends and learn, and you might not have been on the winning side. You know what I'm saying? So some of that could have happened.
And the other part of that too, I was gonna say Coach Auntie, I got mixed up. Hold up. No, so Auntie, to your point of not having power up, you also have to know when you are scheduled to be a part of getting that done. You didn't show up, Auntie, because we
What was
waited
I
for you.
supposed to be?
You were supposed to be in Coach Chantel room. We waited for you. We were looking for you in the streets.
When was that? Cause
You were supposed to do a battle with her. I think it was a rose battle. And for you to get power, for her to get power ups, and you were no show.
Yeah, look, what was that? What day was that? Yesterday?
Last week. That was
But
last week.
That was yesterday.
No, it was last week.
no, last week.
It was like Friday or Saturday.
I was in the panel on the battles.
We were looking for you. We were like, where is Auntie? I'm like,
Y'all ain't see my bubble because I was busy last week.
yeah, we don't know what
Man, I was busy last week. Y'all said the camera wasn't there.
That's another
Like,
point.
hey, lady, come on.
So we
Okay, I'm gonna have to figure out a way to get her a power up.
Because because she was getting ready for the time of dining. So that was a strategy that she did have intentionally. So it did work out, but that's another point of that too. Just making sure we know we're supposed to be so that we get the hours.
That is good.
But I will say this. There was an idea I thought of. On Sunday, I didn't make the meeting, but I remember I did something I wanted to share, but just not really on that today right now. But one thing I did I was going to talk about was the team aspect. So we can talk about that, of course, next week or in our Sunday meeting. But that was one of the things I was going to bring up, like having we can have different names for it if we want to, but like having a team A, team B, or something like that, to know that, okay, those are the people that will be showing up for that individual during that week. It can switch up, but just so if we know who's going to plan on battling, then we need to create people that week based on that plan to make sure that we set our people up for winning, for when they're battling, whether it's a tiny dining agency one, or if they just battle somebody else from a random perspective, just to help put them in that way. But it's a great concept overall to just help one another, and help the people to really drop the love and comments on people's heads, and to be able to, win.
So really quickly, this is a super fan panel. Super fan panel, guest panel. And so anybody in the room that's a super fan, you're welcome to come up and join. I just didn't want to make sure, I wanted to make sure I gave that PSA. I'm probably going to end it in a couple minutes, but yes, I sent a request. Okay, perfect, Fran. I'm going to invite you now. I am Yolanda. I think you sent one too. Let me just make sure.
And for while you're doing that, Doc, so for this Friday we do have the Vibe Wellness Woman and how are you doing again at the 3 o'clock time slot as they did last week. I did put in there, that's more of a coordination between the two of them as far as how they want to plan that out. But
go ahead.
Vibe Wellness Woman did say she wants to do also 3-way and 4-way.
Okay.
So I said that would be a great time, even if they get it together and just added another person or 2 more people, to make it a 3-way round, and they could do their 1-on-1, and they do a 2, and then we out another person for 3, and then do 4. And add another person just to make sure that we still get the 1, 3, and 4 in one shot deal.
Okay. Let me say so I love it. I paired Vibe Wellness Woman and Halaku, similar to what you and Yolanda did and Coach Rhonda and Dr. Trish did Friday. I sent them that same setup. So ideally, they'll see where they can invite each other really quickly under the co-host, because it should say that they're scheduled to do a match. No. This is for their match that they had scheduled as a 1-on-1 at 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern. So they did get an invite, so they should have that invitation, and they've already accepted, so they should be ready to go. They've already been paired together, so they should see that. Now, what I was trying to do, and this is what I was gonna, I shared a little bit yesterday in yesterday's live. I'm trying to do that approach to see if it cuts down on the confusion of who's battling who, as well as that whole toggling on audience control or not. I think that should bypass that issue because it's a request that's already sent. Maybe. I'm hoping that's the case. You probably have to have your audience control turned off. Maybe that's probably a stipulation too. But so we'll see how this works. If this kind of alleviates a little bit of the issues that we have with who should request, how does that work? They both should have that invite, similar to what you saw on Friday when you guys did your battles. Does that make sense, Coach Jesse?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Okay.
so before, what I was doing before was I was putting like who's the initiator, and I did even put the rules in there too, God, for the 18 years to not be on and all those things. The only thing that I wasn't doing was actually scheduling it for them, but I do normally put masks so that everyone would know, like, not to get stuck like while they up there right looking for one another. But sometimes the instructions are just kind of like missed. But that's one of the ways we really do it. But hey, you're the initiator. You're not put the 18 years and over on, as well as make sure you warm up your room maybe about 15, 20 minutes before the request time. So if you're going to only get 3 to do it, maybe probably like 10 minutes to 3, 15 minutes if possible, and warm up your room, because then you can do the 5 minute, and then you just stay an additional 10, 15 minutes so that you get 25 to 30 minutes for that day if you didn't clean the statement.
Okay. Perfect. Okay. So we'll see how this goes this week. There was 2 other agencies that had battles that they had on a calendar that we can jump on. I know a few people said they wanted to participate. It's a 6 o'clock and an 8 o'clock. One is 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern time zone is what I deal with, but I can remember. So 6 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Eastern Saturday. 2 different things. I can add you all to it. If you want to send me a message or let me know you're interested in participating either the 6 or the 8, send me a message this Saturday at 6 p.m. or 8 p.m. and I'll add you to it. Ideally, I want to do it today, so hopefully we can get paired with other people. That's the goal. If not, I have to kind of figure out, like, how do we make it other people. Again, I think what we started this conversation by saying, having a little bit more coordination on getting power ups and having people who will support us is going to be key to us being able to be successful if we're going out beyond just our agency to battle. So that's just something to think about, and we would have to coordinate that. But today will probably be the deadline that I would want to add people, just so that there is enough time for you to promote it to your rooms, to your community, and then if you are going to coordinate some quick battles to get power ups, how do you coordinate that? You'll have at least 2 to 3 days to do that. Okay. I think I have power ups expiring today from Friday's battle. Okay, interesting. So that may be helpful to use if somebody wanted to coordinate with you. Who do you have them for, Coach Rhonda? Oh, they have them for you. People have them for your battle that you did on Friday.
Me?
Coach Rhonda put that in the chat. She said she thinks she has some power ups that may expire because people joined her battle. Are you planning on battling again, Coach Rhonda, this weekend? Yes, from my experience, the more you promote your battle, the better the results. Yep, that's it. So, Dr. Trish, I do have you for 8 p.m. on Saturday. So definitely promote it, friend. Even in your lives. Yep. Good morning. How you doing, Marsha?
And me too, Dr. Lisa.
Okay. Miss Kayla, I'll tell you which time slot?
6 or 8. I'm in Eastern time.
Okay, pick one for me.
I'll do the 6.
Okay.
I do 6. Are you doing anything else? Okay. Oh. And if I know the information, then I can send it out so I can get support. If I have like, the time and everything early, then I could kind of like post it on my what you call it, the platform and stuff.
Hmm.
Yeah. So.
So I don't know if you're gonna see who you're paired with. I'm gonna see that when I go in, but you might be paired with
Oh,
somebody.
that's no problem.
Yeah, so just announce it at this point, 6 p.m. Saturday. You're gonna be doing a battle, so we'll see who.
Okay. They usually kind of pair you with the same, like the D level, I think, or do they still do that?
This is other agencies, so it's not like a
Oh,
TikTok.
okay.
Yeah, so this is other agencies.
It's
So
all fun.
hmm
Yeah, I'm good.
now, and you may even get paired with somebody in our agency. So ideally, I'm trying to do it in enough notice where maybe it goes beyond our agency. But again, this is
Okay.
kind of last minute still, so we'll see.
I appreciate it. I'm trying to learn.
All
Thank you
right,
so much.
you're welcome. Anybody else?
Did Coach Martin say she planning on battling tonight? I saw a yes. I don't know if she said yes for today.
Dr. Trisha
It
collaboration.
was in response to Dr. Lisa's question about if people have power over Myra.
Okay,
I was trying to
gotcha,
clarify.
Oh, okay.
gotcha.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, friends. Thank you all for being up on the panel. I appreciate you all. Like I said, message me if you guys want to do anything for the Saturday events that's happening. If you want to join those, so let me know. There's a 6 p.m. and a 8 p.m. Eastern. So decide if you want to do
And
that.
thank you for this training. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So this is how you can do
Yeah.
panels. There's other ways. Obviously, there's plenty of ways you can do it. So like I said, the playbook is different ways. There's so many different games and other features so that again you can participate. I don't know if Yolanda is still in the room, but Dr. Trish, Yolanda was in the chat. She is doing her event today. You are okay. She's here. She is posted. So I'm gonna bring the panel down, you all, if you don't mind, and I'm just gonna get ready to close out shortly. Okay. Thank you all
Thank
for
you.
participating.
Bye.
Appreciate you all.
Thank you, guys.
You're welcome. Let's see.
Oh, we're still here.
I'm letting y'all down. I'm letting y'all down. Y'all could have ended it too, but I'm letting you down. You could always end your own. You can always end it yourself, but I'll let you guys down. And then Yolanda, you're here. I'm gonna pin your comment. Um, Yolanda, let me know if you wanna. I was listening and typing. Let me know if you want to come up really quickly and just promote your event that you're doing. She does a box battle elimination. I think it's helpful if you guys want to see some of the playbook features she uses too, especially if you're curious about how to bring it to your live. Her box battle is based on, I'm gonna let her talk, is based on the Toastmaster style. So let me let her talk. Okay. Hello, friend. Hello. All right, you want to share some information about your event today?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
It's We Speak Wednesdays, and it's similar to TikTok does. On TikTok, some people do a creator spotlight, and so it's similar to a creator spotlight, but you get the opportunity to spotlight yourself. So you come up into a box and you speak off the cuff for 1 minute at a time, and you're battling out, but it's like a friendly battle, no stress. You're battling with other people that are in boxes who are doing spotlights. And so you can come and speak on your particular niche, or you can come test out a topic or a niche or something that you're thinking about. Or you can just come and speak off the cuff just to build up your confidence, get used to hearing your voice, being in a box in that space. It's just an opportunity for us to build connection and community intentionally. When I did a box battle, I think it was last week, there were 3 people that joined the box. I think it was last week that night.
Well, let me pause you real quick. What time are you doing it? Because that's a couple of people have asked that question.
Yes, so it's Wednesdays at 11:30 Central Standard Time and Wednesdays at 6:30 Central Standard Time.
Okay. So today, 6:30, 11:30 p.m. I'm sorry, a.m. 11:30 a.m. Central, 12:30 for our East Coast folks, and then you have 6:30 Central p.m. 6:30 p.m. Central, 7:30 for the East Coast folks. Okay.
Yes.
And you want people to come on time because you do have it so that you can have them in the box. You do an intro and set it up. I know last week was like your first week. You were kind of getting through some of the mechanics of it, but it shouldn't take longer than what, and 45 minutes, 30 minutes to 45 minutes.
Yes, it depends on how many people show up. I did have a couple cancellations, so it may be 30 minutes. It just depends on if the other people that I try to connect with, if they are going to make it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. But yeah, it was a good event, guys. And like I said, if you guys want to see some of the features she uses, because did you use Live Studio last time you tried to and it didn't work? So you're using your phone device, your mobile?
I'm using my phone, yes. The speaker is still, one time it worked, one time it didn't again. So I did get some insight on how to make it work.
Okay.
But I haven't tried it yet to say that will fix the sound.
Okay. And then you used It's Showtime in the playbook.
Showtime in the playbook, and there's a clock you can put in the box.
And that came from where? The playbook or from the effects?
You asked me, and I'm gonna have to write it down when I do it, and I find it again.
Okay.
But yes, you can set up the showdown, which gives you the countdown at the top. But then there's also a timer that you can put up, a 1 minute timer that you can put inside the box as well.
Okay. Did you ever play with any of the other features in the playbook? No.
No, not really. Just the games.
Okay.
Like the battle. You can battle with the collecting the beans, and I played around with the one where you can bring. It's in a circle where people sit around in a circle just to have a conversation.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
But other than that, yeah.
Oh, that's
it's
different.
just a different form of box, but I didn't see any difference in just bringing people up in the boxes.
But you're all in a big circle. Oh,
yes,
cool.
The picture on there is a circle. Oh. Not on the boxes per se, but the picture that you select is people sitting around like a board table or a conference table.
Oh, okay. But it still looks like the multi-guest, just what I had up a few minutes ago.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yes.
All right. So, and I seen somebody, like I said, yesterday I saw somebody with a Family Feud. I don't know how they did that, but that was part of a game that you can have where the host had it in their background and the people were still up as a panel. So I'm not sure what they turned on.
Yes, I was trying to find that, but I haven't found that yet. So I wasn't sure if they were using TikTok Studio to do that or just regular TikTok.
Right.
Because I have not found it just using TikTok, regular TikTok, but I have not looked for it in Studio.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Yolanda. So you'll be doing this in about 30 minutes. So 30 minutes this will start, and she'll do the 11:30 Central, and then 6:30 p.m. East Central as well. So many talented people. It is. This is fun, you guys. I mean, there's so many different creative ways you can engage your live stream. So I love it. And there's a few of you guys who are playing around with effects and features and stuff. So it's awesome.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
I was going to just say that there were 3 people that were in the community that didn't know each other last time, and they were actually our caregivers.
Yes.
And they didn't know it, and so now they were able to build a community, and they were discussing in a different live about going live together, supporting caregivers, and partnering up and building a community of caregivers.
Yeah.
Some of them were, yes.
Yeah. So that's good. I saw that, yeah. And so, yeah, you're right. You're creating new sub communities where people, again, didn't know each other. Now they can be in a relationship and connect. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Yolanda. Good luck with
Thank you.
today. All right, friend. Take care.
Appreciate you.
All
Bye
right.
bye.
Bye bye. Hello. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes. So, she will. I'm catching up on your comment. I think if we use a certain word, we get muted. But I need to ask, what's that, friend? Does does not ER focus on caregivers? E-nurse, she does. She's actually live right now. E-nurse is a caregiver coach as well. She's talking to people. So e-nurse, yep. And she's live currently. She does know Sharella, that's in our agency. They've collabed, they connected. That happened a couple weeks ago in my live too, where they were able to connect in the chat. Well, if the word gets muted, how can I ask? What word is that, friend? Put spaces in between it. Try to put spaces between some of the letters. That may help. But let me know, friend. That's helped. And sometimes people would change the O for the letter zero, the number zero. that depends. Are you not doing flash goal anymore? Feel like I haven't seen one in here in a few days. You want to ask about battle? We just talked about battle too, so let me know what your question is. I'm happy to answer. You know what? If you just want to come up real quick, because I'm going to get off shortly. I did get the flash code for today, Nika. I got it super early. I did get it early ish. I'm trying to think, what was it? Roses? I think it was roses. It was roses today. Yep, I did get it. I got it a few other times too. I just didn't. Sometimes I don't turn it on. Hey, how you doing, friend? What's your question? We just
I'm
talked
doing
about
pretty
battles.
good. I just have a real simple question. I've been integrating battles into my leadership and communication teaching lives this week,
Okay.
all around our topics. And today we're talking about joy as leadership fuel. And so I'm looking for someone, maybe even that's why I'm here asking, maybe someone in our agency who can do a friendly battle around 12:30 Central.
Okay. Okay. Anybody in the chat? What are you trying to do? Like roses? A quick rose battle?
Yeah,
Okay.
just yeah.
Okay. So anybody who's live during that time, maybe that might be most beneficial if they're already live and their room is already active. Deals over the top. You would have to come under iridescent, your other page. But yes, so our friend, the Real Glam Life Closet, she's here under deals over the top right now, but she is in the agency, so you can
Okay.
request her. So do you have on your audience control?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you don't have that on. Okay, so yeah, iridescent. Make sure you don't have yours on. So and are you
So
going?
what? And I will already have been live for a few minutes talking about some things because we work it in about 30 minutes after we go live. So, real life glam, do I just look for you to be live underneath my connections? Because I've actually tried finding people I'm already connected with to just do quick one and dones like this, and a lot of times they don't even show. Or like some people in our agency will show, but the button to send them a request is word.
Is it either grayed out or not available
Yeah,
or
thank
something
you
like
for
that?
that. Thank you for that.
Yeah, it could be that they don't have it on their audience control. That's why I asked that question. So they may not have on their audience control. Because you figure a lot of people in the agency, their topics are for 18 years and older. Some of them just automatically cut it on when they schedule the live event. So if you schedule a live event, you have that box already turned on. And you have to toggle it off intentionally. So some people have it that way where it's already on and they have it set. And then it just depends on if they're live at the same time you're live.
Okay.
I honestly have to admit, your lives don't overlap many. You're often
Yeah.
live earlier in the day, or you are, and if you do a midday, you might have one or two people that you're overlapping, but not many.
Yeah, I figured as much, but it's when my people can attend. So
Exactly. That's it. You build it for your community. That's it. So I
yeah.
love that. Okay, so the Real Glam Life Closet is her page. So y'all need to message each other. So maybe message each other so you guys at least have your
Thank you. I
information
wrote the name
connected.
down and I'll go to DMs now.
Yep. And then follow each other too. All right. Thank you so much,
I
friend.
think we do, but thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Bye bye. All right. Any other questions, friends? Let me know. Love this. Thanks, everyone. Appreciate you, Yolanda. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much, She Will, in the Real Glam Life Closet, aka Deals Over the Top. Yes. So appreciate it. How you doing, Lisa? How's everything going? Um, all right, friends. So we talked a lot. So anybody else who wants to do a battle on Saturday, this Saturday, from 6 p.m. Eastern or 8 p.m. Eastern, let me know. Okay. So I do have a total of, I have Miss Darlene and Dr. Trish at 8 p.m. I have Iridescent, and I have Vibe Wellness Woman and Miss K Latte for 6 p.m. Eastern. Oh, I was just going to ask that. I do have you for Saturday at 6, so let me know if that's still good, because I'm going to enter that in my system in the database. I was going to try to do it. I'm planning to do it maybe after this, so at least have you guys in there. But if there's anybody else, let me know. You said it's fine. Okay, perfect. And so you guys have to accept the notification I get when it goes out. Accept the notification, and then in turn, it'll allow me to see if I can pair you with somebody within the agent. Within another agency. So we'll see. Okay. All right, friends. Thank you so much. This has been a great live. I appreciate everybody coming in. We've gone live officially 2 hours. Great, I won't forget. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much, Miss Darlene. And like I said, hopefully you guys are paired with people outside the agency. That's what I'm hoping, that I did this with enough notice, but it's possible I did not. So we'll see, because I think these have been out there for probably the month of September. So I'm not sure, since we're in the very last week of September. So definitely pay attention to your goals for this month, because we're about to close out this month. So if you are not going live, let's get you going live. And if there's, Coach Jesse, I saw you laughing. If there's anybody who wants to do a 3-way and a 4-way on Friday with maybe Vibe Wellness, because she was looking at doing some additional ones, think about that as well. So put that out there if your Friday is better for you. Write it down. 8 p.m. Saturday. 8 p.m. Eastern Saturday for you, Miss Darlene. All right, friends. I will chat with y'all later. I appreciate y'all. Take care. All right. Bye-bye. Respond in school. Oh, yeah, to the group, because Coach Jessie does have a message on school. So she put a message out there. So respond in school if you can. Nika Grace, thank you so much. Appreciate you, friend. Take care. Bye-bye. Let's see. In this